My 102 file is still there at least. That's the one I actually care about. It doesn't matter if I have a random file on here. Alright, anyways. Oh, I don't have 13 attempts on this category, but whatever. It's fine. I can clear out splits later. But yes, I am recording, so Glowstick, if you start singing, I might edit this again.
Duly noted.
No, I don't think I would. Not for this run.
Your run gets rejected because why is there a random music video in the middle?
Well, I don't submit DKC runs to the leaderboards. But, not anymore, anyway. Way back in the day, I did. No, low-key, I've actually... hang on a minute, let me finish this. Okay. No, low-key, I've considered, for, my 9-year, stream anniversary or whatever. I was actually thinking about streaming DKC3 103. Which would be an interesting choice. I'm not saying it wouldn't, but... To be fair, the longer I've thought about it, the more I've realized that it's like... The thing is, the real turnaround is that Twitch allows you to... If somebody's banned in your stream, they can't see your stream. That's kind of a big deal. I actually like that, personally. And plus DKC3 is the fun game. Or I'll decide, nah, I don't really want to. And I'll do something else instead for 9 years. For 10-year stream anniversary, we'll do something big. Or at least something, you know, worthy of a milestone or whatever. But for 9 years, eh, not really. That's one fake. Two fakes. Alright, two fakes. That's par for the course, honestly. Nothing I can do about that, I just have to take my time loss. See, I used to get pissed off when I got a fake. Nowadays, it's just like, eh, whatever. Nothing you can do. If you're trying to grind for a record, first off, I don't know why you would want to, but second, then, well, I guess you have to reset over stuff like that. But yeah, no, I've also kind of just decided, you know what? I would rather just run categories in games that I like. If I don't like a category or if I think it's stupid, I'm just not even gonna touch it. I do that anyways. Like... So like DKC3, the only category I wouldn't touch is Warpless, because I think it's stupid. That the way they have it set up. Really? I did not think I was gonna get hit there. Luckily I'm at the halfway, but yeah. Okay, that's fine. How's Mario Land going?
Alright, so I still stuck on 3-2.
Yeah.
So I just like walked off of a boulder and it hurt me on the way down, and then I walked off of a ledge.
Yeah. That, yeah, 3-2 is hard. Like, that level kills a lot of my runs in that game. So, yeah. My point is, don't get discouraged. It's hard. It's hard. Or wait, I actually do need one of these.
I mean, there's like part of me that just wants to think, wow, I'm really bad at 2D Mario, but then I've 100% in Wonder and beaten the original.
Yeah.
I'm not the most experienced, but I'm definitely not bad.
Yeah. Dude, Mario Wonder was such a good game. I still need to... yeah, go ahead.
I haven't really gone back to it ever since I finished it, but yeah, it is definitely real good.
I'll admit, same here, but like that doesn't mean that the experience was bad. It just means that I just loved it, and then I went to play other games.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I think Mario Wonder came out like 2 weeks before Alan Wake 2, so I was a little occupied with that. Yeah, I want to learn the speedrun for Mario Wonder. I just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, I mean, if I could spend a couple hours trying to beat that last special stage, I can power through this, no problem.
Yes.
So. Like, I don't know if it's patient stubbornness or some catastrophic combination of both, but I've got it. Oh boy, do I got it.
Maybe it's a mix of all of that. That's the first time I've ever hit that little trick in my life. That saves no time, but it looks silly. That's the first time I've ever done that in my life. That's just the truth.
It's just true.
It's true.
It is simply factual.
Mm-hmm. Come on, dude. I hate when I do that. At least I got that one. Oh, that was a mistake. That's okay. Little movement errors like that I don't really care about. Okay, just barely got that. By the way, I actually did learn something about DKC2 that I never knew the other day. I was on the cutting room floor, and I learned that when they re-released DKC2 on VC, the flashing in Glimmer's Galleon, when you turn around, they took the flashing out.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about that, because like that one frame of blank
Yes.
light was
Yes. That is actually gone on VC. I somehow just never knew that. To be fair, I used to play this game on VC when I ran it. And then people shamed me for it. Which, I'm half kidding on that. To be fair, like... Nowadays it's a moot point because SNES and VC are split now for every game. So it makes no difference now. But... yeah, at the time, back then it mattered. Because, I don't know, dignity, I guess, for some people. Alright, I don't have to switch here because I took a hit earlier. I don't know how to do the wrong warp in this. I have done it before. I screwed around with it the other day because I was helping Ariel test a goal for DKC2, and I messed around with the Crockett Clamber wrong warp that was found after I quit. I was able to do it after I used a tutorial. Canis made a tutorial for all the wrong warps at the time. I think there's one that wasn't found yet at the time, but Crockett Clamber wrong warp actually was found at the time, so he had a guide for how to do it. Whew, that was close. I almost died. Oh, that was cutting it close. Nah, I didn't mean to hit that. Okay, I would have lost half a second. Instead, we're gonna lose like 8 seconds. If I was doing all wraps, I wouldn't have lost time. But we're not doing that category. Though, I do think that's kind of a hilarious idea. I'm not gonna lie. All wraps is kind of funny. But I've only seen one person take that seriously. And, like, try to get sub-hour. Yeah, 2 is my favorite DKC casually, but speedrunning, it's always been 3. Oh, that was close. A lot of close calls for some reason on this game. Good time save. It's a shame, because I do like DKC 2 and 3. I don't even think 1 is a bad game, it's just I don't like it that much. But, I don't know. To be fair, it's been easier to separate game from community. It's like saying, oh, Fortnite is kind of fun, but the community around Fortnite is ridiculous. Or like Smash Brothers. The community is so toxic, but the game itself is legendary. Nice. If I don't hit this wrong warp, it's okay. Because I'm actually not doing true ending. Although true ending is technically, like, in the game if I wanted to go for it.
I'm not gonna lie, the ball power-up seems significantly less than useful.
Yeah. I understand that, yeah.
It's like it doesn't even one-shot normal enemies.
True.
And then if you miss your shot, you have to wait for it to bounce all around until you get another chance.
Yes. I actually hit Slime Climb wrong warp. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden consistent with that. I remember I used to be very inconsistent with that.
Yet again, missed the bonus but made it through.
Nice. Oops, that was stupid of me. Alright, well I can't go for this damage boost, but that's fine. We'll just play it safe. I don't need to get Diddy there, because we're going to get him on the boss fight.
Notice the level design here also feels a lot more repetitive than, like, say, Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, that's fair. There's not a ton of variety. To be fair, the game is short. But
Yeah.
I can still kind of understand your point, yeah. If the game was like 3 times its length, and it still had the same sorts of levels, I would definitely... I would 100% agree.
And, I mean, like, even within just the same stage, you do the same thing 2 or 3 different times.
Yeah. I guess I mean, to be fair, it's true, but at the same time, I don't mind it that much, just because of what it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
Again, if the game was longer, then that would get ridiculous. I've played games like that where it's the same thing for, you know, an hour even. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, I don't have Squitter for the end of this. Shouldn't be that big of a deal, but man, I wish I still had him. I guess let's just do it this way. I have no idea how this is saving time. I have no idea how that is saving time. Makes no sense. Alright, we didn't die on that first B. Oh, by the way, the other day, actually, I have an idea for, like, next year, like, when it's my 10-year streamiversary. I had an idea to rewatch really old clips from my stream. There's only a handful that survived, but, one of the clips that survived... my FF7 playthrough is gone, by the way. I deleted it. But one clip survived. The mass, destruction, I guess. Baby, 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 baby. Okay. The clip of me defeating the Demon's Gate boss, that giant wall boss in FF7, that clip survived. That's still on my Twitch.
I don't know if I remember that one off the top of my head.
To be fair, it's been... I did that in 2015, I think, so...
Yeah.
I understand.
See,
But yeah, that boss, I died like 10 times, and then I finally got him.
I don't know if I actually clipped this, but I do remember when you were doing the snowboarding minigame, and you just like face planted right into an archway, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
I would have to go back and look at my clips. I don't know if it's there, but I can look for you. Again, I don't know if it's there, but... I tried to do that. I forgot how to do it. That's fine. My PB didn't do it either, so... Oh, my PB for true ending, I should specify. We're doing, all stages, though. No problem. Okay, but now I'm trying to remember when... Well, actually, I'm trying to remember when you could clip things. Yeah, I'd have to go back and look, because I'm not even sure when you could first clip things.
I feel like it's a feature that's been around a real long time.
I think so, too, but... yeah.
But then a real long time could very feasibly be less than 10 years.
Yes. I remember when clips were invented. Let's put it that way. Like, I remember the update coming out where you could clip things. But I want to say that was early 2016, so that clip... I mean, I don't know. It might have survived. If not, then that's lost media. And yes, that's genuinely lost. My laptop doesn't even have those VODs anymore. Every VOD that I ever wanted to archive or like keep or whatever, I still have it. Which, unfortunately, that was not a common theme I had in my early days of Twitch, of me not wanting to save everything, because... yeah. Yeah, well, you know, I think I said this before, but it's like, sometimes you have to learn the hard way for it to make sense. You know? It sucks, yeah. But sometimes you have to learn the hard way. Wow, I saved 0.3 on Rickety Race. I don't even know how. Alright, time for this garbage level. I've played worse levels in video games, but I haven't played many worse levels in a DKC game. I think Mudhole Marsh is better than Poison Pond, at least. But yeah, I don't really like this level at all. Just aesthetically, it doesn't look pleasing. The level's really hard for no reason. Let me think, 2016? That was when dude, I was 20 when I quit DKC. I'm gonna be 28 next month. Jeez, dude, I'm starting to show my age. That's also, well, I was on Twitch in 2015. Technically, I was on Twitch earlier than that on different accounts, but I didn't, like, start trying to take streaming somewhat seriously until 2015. To be fair, those old accounts I have, they're gone. So. Yeah, if I ever become notable enough to where lost media videos are get made about me, there's a gold mine they can get. Or try to get. You think Twitch saves everything that's ever been broadcast?
I mean, that would be one heck of a ton of storage.
It would, yeah. Because I don't even know if YouTube does that. Otherwise, anybody could go up to them and say, hey, can I get this video restored?
I mean, YouTube's already got to take up a colossal amount of storage space, just...
Yes.
You know, on account of being the premier video platform of the entire world.
Yes. Dude, I remember when YouTube was a place where people just uploaded silly sketches, and now it's all about sponsorships and promoting products that the people don't even use themselves. They're just promoting it because they got paid to do it. And ads, and clickbait videos, and fake giveaways, which I'm pretty sure is a felony.
Gone are the days of, like, watching an anime split into 3 parts per episode.
Oh man, I did that for Pokemon back in the day. That's how I watched the first season of Pokemon, because somebody put it on YouTube and split it. Oh man, you just unlocked a core memory for me, Glowstick. But to be fair, that's when... So, it's kind of a weird story with me. I actually wasn't allowed to watch YouTube as a kid.
For a while.
Yeah, for a while. When it was first a thing, I wasn't allowed to. Well, at first we did it anyways, but then my mom was like... My dad didn't really care, I guess, but like, my mom was like, no, you guys can't watch YouTube or whatever. But then, she started using YouTube. And she's like, yeah, I guess it's fine. But just, you know... Obviously, she was... You know, there was sort of an honor system, I guess, but it's like, obviously don't watch inappropriate stuff, or don't watch people who are cussing every other word while playing Call of Duty or whatever. But to be fair, I mostly watched... I don't know, I didn't watch a ton of YouTube until, like, late high school, early college, honestly. That's when I kind of just got hooked on it, but, like... Yeah, true story. I wasn't allowed to watch YouTube as a kid until my mom started watching YouTube, and nowadays, I mean, obviously I'm 28, who cares what I watch, but, Yep. I remember in middle school, kids would tell me to go on YouTube, and I had to tell them, it's like, I can't.
It is forbidden.
Yes. Which it's always funny when kids are like, man, you can't go on YouTube, your parents must be strict, but it's like, but then these are the same kids who are going on YouTube and watching, like, real life, you know, I don't know, like, real life, like, people getting in fights and beating the crap out of each other and killing people or whatnot. I'm just like, you know, maybe my parents were onto something, maybe?
Yeah.
I think about that sometimes. Or it's like, I think about that meme where it's some girl, like, some teenage girl crying, with a white 8GB iPhone in her hand. And you think, oh, she's crying because she finally got her phone. But then the caption says, she asked for a 16GB black iPhone. And I'm just like, oh my god. Dude. She's lucky she even got an iPhone at her age. I didn't get my first iPhone until, the start of 2014. Actually, Christmas of 2013, I got my first iPhone. Before I had one of those slide phones. I had a slide phone, where you had to slide the thing to see the numbers or the letters. I had one of those. I'm gonna lose time because I have to watch the Diddy rap. Oh well. Yeah, most of what I watched on YouTube, like late high school, college, most of what I watched was like comedy sketches and stuff. I'll admit I was sort of a Smosh fan. But then you know, it's funny because like everybody realized that Smosh got worse after Anthony left, but also just when they stopped appearing in all the videos and they had random people acting in their skits, and it's just like, I don't want to watch these guys. Like, I don't mind watching these guys plus the guys who I'm actually here to see. I don't mind doing that. It's like watching Seinfeld, but Jerry's not in an episode. It's like, how's that fun?
I mean, I wouldn't say I was ever a Smosh fan. I just watched them because they were there.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I did for certain channels too. I don't know how that's a best segment. I literally... Okay, whatever. But, yeah, no, there were some channels I watched just because they were there. Like, I remember way back, I used to watch a channel called Unbox Therapy, where it was a guy who would unbox video game consoles and games and devices and iPhones and all that stuff. But nowadays, I don't watch him anymore. Not because he just became bad or anything, but it's just like... I don't know, his channel's different now. Like...
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't say I was ever a fan of, like, Dorkly, but I watched some of their stuff because they just were gaming content at that point in time.
Yeah.
Like, that's what was there.
Right.
Whereas nowadays you have, like, everything under the sun.
Yes.
And a little too much of all of it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Dude, I remember when YouTube was exploding and everybody was advertising in the comments how they played Call of Duty and Minecraft on their channel. It's just like, when everybody starts doing it, then I want to watch nobody.
Supply and demand.
I know. But that's the thing. For me, it's like, when everybody starts doing it, guess what? I don't want to watch it. Or I'll only watch like 1 or 2 people do it. And they won't even be the most popular people.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be hilarious if I saw Jugariel stream Fortnite for an hour. I would never watch Ninja. Like, I don't care. But it would be funny to see people I actually like and care and respect. It would be funny to see them do things like that. But not all the time. Because if Ario becomes a Fortnite streamer, I'm not watching him anymore. He's kicked out of the Discord, Kappa. But yeah. That's kind of my whole stance on all that. Keck, wait. You know what's funny? And this is true. I actually did stream Fortnite on my Twitch once. I don't even know if you guys remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah, I actually did play Fortnite on stream once. But also Keck W, yes. Dude, okay. Whew. But yeah, true story. I did stream Fortnite once. I did not win the match that I streamed. However, I have won Fortnite once. I did win a match once. I have a screenshot on my Switch. Because that's what I played Fortnite on, was Switch.
Sounds about right.
Honestly, the only bad thing about playing Fortnite on Switch is just frame rate. Everything else is pretty much the same.
Don't you know, frame rate is the most important thing ever.
Yes, frame rate and graphics. The game has to look absolutely real, otherwise the game will not sell. Just look at FF7 Rebirth, OPOP. Which, that's not even completely true. Like, yeah, Rebirth sales could be better, But it's because it's a PS5 exclusive. That's all it is. PS5 players are buying it. It's just, you know, that's the reason.
There are so many. There are so few PS5 exclusives that. Like,
people are starved for a game.
yeah.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, Square Enix actually has said in an interview recently that they actually are going to change their stance on all that. Like, being console exclusive or whatnot. They're going to change how they operate on that, which is good. To be fair, Square is a third-party company, so I understand them needing to branch out, but... And somebody even mentioned this, I don't even remember who, but somebody was like, I don't know what's so hard about Microsoft and Sony making smaller exclusives that don't cost $200 million to make. And I'm like, yeah, they could make a Jak and Daxter game that's, you know, cartoony and maybe not super lengthy, but sell it for, you know, $40, $50. They could do the same for Sly Cooper, you know, all these other franchises that they do own, but they don't use. Because they're too busy trying to figure out how to make The Last of Us Part 3 even more stupid than the second. Oh my god. Just a disclaimer, if anybody does like The Last of Us Part 2, that's fine. I don't. Some people love it, and that's fine. Like, they're allowed to have that opinion. I disagree with it completely, but they're allowed to have that opinion. The Last of Us Part 1, or The Last of Us 1 is genuinely a good game. Like, I absolutely loved that game when I played it. I freaking missed! I just lost about 45 to 50 seconds. Great. I lost my entire lead. Damn. That's what I get for making fun of The Last of Us Part 2. The spirit of, redacted character who died has come back to attack me.
Huh.
Yeah, spoiler alert, there's a character who dies in The Last of Us Part 2. And, like, here's the thing. Here's my stance on stuff like that. If you're gonna kill a character, any character, where does it go from there? That's the key. Like Star Wars, Episode 7. A certain character is killed about two-thirds of the way through the film. And they could have used that to move forward with the story. In the other two Star Wars movies. But they don't do it. So that ends up being a complete waste almost. And then there's characters who should have died in order to make the story better, in my opinion. But they don't do that. Yeah. Last of Us Part 2 is just... Last of Us Part... Like, the first Last of Us, genuinely an amazing game. Like, yeah, that game is awesome. The second part comes out, I was so disappointed. Like, I was so disappointed. I beat it, too. I beat the game. I was like, I'm gonna beat it, just so I can say I beat it. But, man. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. And I got it as a birthday gift, and I felt bad because it's like, you know, I thought this game was gonna be good, but it wasn't. And then I had family spend money on me for something that I didn't even particularly care for. You watch someone play through the first game. Yeah, it is pretty dang good. But yeah, like FF7 Rebirth and FF16 have kind of shown Square that it's like PS5 players will play it and they will buy it, but the thing is, those games are expensive to make. So when you make an expensive game like that and you don't profit as much because it's an exclusive game, then you got to start looking at other options, which is what to be fair, they straight up said that they're going to do it. Which again, like, there's so much emphasis on, oh, look at these graphics and everything, but it's like, not every game needs to be super realistic. Like, I don't need, you know, a Sly Cooper game with an actual real raccoon with every single distinct piece of fur. I don't need that. I just want a good game. And some games look good and play good and sound good with a very small budget.
And I think Square in particular has always been very presentation focused.
Yeah, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, like, you know, they can also if Square has any smaller franchises that they haven't really touched in a while, heck, make a, allocate some money toward that and make a smaller game that can be multi-platform. And, people might just buy it. Like, you would still profit in that sense, I feel like. I mean, unless your game is that garbage. Like, if you make, I don't know, if you make Final Fantasy 17 and it's about, I don't know, a drug addict who, he ends up just using more drugs, and the story is about trying to use as many drugs as possible, but there's no other story, there's no point, it's just a drug addict simulator. I don't know why that's my first thought with this, by the way, but, to me, that's the least fun thing I can think of. Wow, you're making an entire game where it's just a drug addict simulator. How is this fun? Like, what's the point of this? Especially if it was going to be a franchise-based game like Final Fantasy or something. Oh, I thought I could grab that. Goes to show you how much I know about this game.
Oh look, I think it's final boss time.
Ooh. Yeah, if you're on, I'll spoil it now. If you're on 4-3, you're on the final boss.
Yeah, so I just killed the cloud that, like, throws a bunch of chickens at you, and then...
Yes. Good luck on final boss.
I know the character's name, I just forget it.
I forget it too. I think it's Tatanga, I think?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Something like that, yeah. Okay. Alright, I saved about 5 seconds there, that's good. I actually could PB for true ending, just barely. But that's not the goal. The goal is I'm actually doing all stages, which is a category I don't think I've ever done in DKC2, even back in the day. I used to run all the categories in every DKC game that were there at the time. I will not be doing that anymore. I don't know, because, like, going back to, not spending millions of dollars on a game only for it to not flop, but it's just like, they could have profited more, or like they were expecting better sales. Nintendo has actually been doing it correctly this generation, because they're not focused on graphics and, spending millions of dollars on one little aspect of the game that ends up being, being crappy anyways. They are focused on, we just want to make a good game that you'll like.
Right.
Like, they've actually been getting it right. That model is why Nintendo's still in it, and why they've actually been dominating. The Switch is absurd with how well it's doing.
That's why I think it's lasted so long. And
yes.
It's only now that they're announcing a next.
Yep. I think you're right.
After something like 8 years?
Yes. The Switch released in 2017, and it was first announced, like, they announced NX in 2015. So yeah, if it does come out, let's if it comes out in March of next year, March 2025, that means the Switch will have lived 8 years, which is not a surprise. Like yeah, I think, honest to God, Nintendo could just make a stronger Switch that's just a little bit stronger and can handle better, bigger games. Just do that. And that's literally it. Honest to God, they don't even need to change that much. I mean, they should also make, stuff like Mario Odyssey 2 or whatever. Like, games like that would be much appreciated. Because I also do kind of get the sense that Nintendo, not necessarily running out of ideas, but it's just like, they're running out of options for the Switch. And it's just like, what else can we put on the Switch that's, like, unique?
Yeah, because kind of what I've noticed is ever since the Wii era, they've been, so much more focused on not having the most powerful machines, but just finding the most interesting things to do with the technology.
Yes.
And so if they've already, like, done what the Switch is capable of, then yeah, I can see them. That's kind of why I think the successor won't just be a beefed up Switch. It'll have some sort of new,
Yeah.
uh,
Capabilities.
something new going on.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Although I can very easily see it being like Switch backwards compatible.
Yeah, dude. If the next Nintendo thing is backwards compatible with Switch, oh my gosh. Like, that's all you need, and I'm sold. That's all you need. Like, Sony is, right now, PS5 is backwards compatible with PS4. Xbox is backwards compatible with a good number of things. If Nintendo's next system isn't backwards compatible at all, oof. That's actually kind of problematic, not gonna lie.
I think they'd be fools not to.
Yeah. Well, I might PB on true ending by 5 seconds, which is fine, but the run will still continue after this. Anyways. The only thing I'm thinking of is, like, what do you, like, what does Nintendo do? Because they, you know, they kind of, not invented it, but they kind of popularized motion controls. You know, using a controller that has a screen built into it. You know, the Switch being, you can play on your TV or handheld. Like, what's next is my kind of thing. It's like, what's the next new way to play? You know?
Yeah.
Even back in the day, like Super Nintendo having a bunch of extra buttons, shoulder buttons, Nintendo 64 using an analog stick, like, they were always thinking of what can we do that's different. What options are left is kind of my question.
I mean, I guess time will just have to tell.
Exactly.
I would guess just kind of the way Japan is, I'm guessing it'll definitely still be a half portable like the Switch is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I'm supposed to reset as soon as I see the little ending graphic of K. Rool's island falling into the water. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. And then I reset the game. But that is a PB on true ending. This can count as a true ending run. I got a 47:58, so I saved 5 seconds. I could have saved... Actually, it would have been, like, 47:08 if I didn't have that death on Fiery Furnace. But to be fair, Fiery Furnace is hard, so it's alright.
I guess what I'm curious about is whether Metroid Prime 4 will go kind of the same route as Breath of the Wild, where it's on both systems, or if they are go ahead and put it entirely on the next thing.
Yeah. Something I didn't even think about, but it's funny how people are saying, like, you know, oh, like, Metroid Prime 4, like, Metroid's not going to be as popular as Zelda. It's like, no, but here's the thing. Metroid's more popular now than it has ever been, I would argue. There were so many Metroid games you could play on Switch, including new ones. Like, Metroid Dread is still my favorite game of 2021, for instance. Like, that game slaps. Like, I think if Metroid Prime 4 ends up being a launch game, but also gets released on Switch, like the regular one, I think Nintendo's gonna be just fine. It's not gonna be cataclysmic. I think Nintendo's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Like, Nintendo's still one of the richest companies in the world, I think.
But now that I even bring that up, that would make it make a lot of sense why we haven't heard anything about Prime 4 ever since they announced the delay.
Yeah.
Because if they did just decide, okay, we're doing this from the ground up, might as well put it on the new system that's in the works, then the radio silence until that new system is announced would make a lot more sense in hindsight.
Yeah. When did they restart development? Was it 2019?
It was... Shoot, I don't remember exactly when, but it has been several years by now.
Yeah. So if it was a thing where it's like, yeah, we need the new system to be able to handle Metroid Prime 4 or whatever, like, that would make sense as to why it took so long. I'm just curious what Metroid Prime 4 was, like, what was it initially that made Nintendo go, nah, we're gonna restart it.
Hard to say.
Yeah. You know what? I could actually go for Castle Crush skip on this category. It'll count. I haven't done it in 8 years, though. I don't even know if I'm gonna remember how to do it.
Although, yeah, now that I think about it, the fact that it has been several years since that, like, development restart was announced is maybe kind of poke a hole in my theory.
Yeah.
Since we don't know how long they've been planning this new system.
Yeah. Well, all I know is that Iwata was around when the Switch was being looked into.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Prime 4's like initial announcement was the Switch debut stream.
I think so. Like I need to go back and look and remember because all the news is kind of blurry. I just remember the day when we found out that it was being restarted completely. Which, to be fair, like, some people bitched about it, obviously, but then there's me who's just like, hey, I'd rather play a game that's gonna be good than, you know, than otherwise.
Then, of course, Dread happened, and that was the reason I even finally bought my Switch in the first place.
Yeah, that's a good reason. Alright, let's see if I remember how to do this trick.
For a while, I thought I was gonna buy it just for the Fire Emblem 1 remake. Or not the remake.
I still remembered it. Alrighty, I'm moving on.
Like the Fire Emblem 1...
Yeah, the localization, yeah.
release.
Yeah.
Like, I thought to myself, am I really gonna buy a new gaming console for a 30-year-old RPG?
Well,
In
hey,
the end, the
go
answer
ahead.
was not yes, but it very well could have been.
Yes. Well, hey, I bought my PS5 just because I realized I had money, but also, like, I was looking at what games I could play on it, and one of the bundles for PS5 came with FF16, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? Because the other option was God of War Ragnarok, which I hadn't finished the first one yet. And I think the other option was, like, just the console, and I'm like, why would I buy just the console for the same price? Come on, give me a game with my system, please.
Yeah. Console? Console with game.
I think I'll take the console with game.
Console with game!
Yes. Fun fact about Chain Link Chamber in DKC2. It's the first level where I ever learned a wrong warp in the game.
Nice.
And it ended up being one of the more difficult ones, I feel like. I don't even remember how to do it, so I'm just gonna do this level warpless.
And that's game on my end.
GG. Congrats on beating a hard Mario game.
Thank.
Oh crap, that's fine. Grat. Not even congrats, just not grats. Grat. Good. Alright, Toxic Tower. I did try to learn how to do, like, the double jumps with Ratley, but to be fair, Ratley sucks in this game. So I kind of just gave up on it after a little while. It's very convoluted how you're supposed to do it. Good, I got that. The game tells you to hold A for that part. You don't need to. But you should here. Oh, I could have saved it. That's a death, damn. Oh, I could have saved that. I tried to go for it. It didn't work, as you can tell, because I'm complaining. It's like, no, I'm just complaining just to complain. The run's actually going fine. Kappa. Kingdom Hearts or the Weather Channel music quiz? Dude, for whatever reason, the Weather Channel had really good music. I don't know why. And I'm talking the Weather Channel just in general, the Weather Channel, but also on the Wii. For whatever reason, that music on that channel was very nice. My older brother and I would sometimes make fun of it, or like we would pretend to play it or whatever. Dude, I miss some of the channels on the Wii, like the Everybody Votes channel, the Weather Channel, the News Channel. Back when news was news. But alas, you put it in videos, okay. I might watch that some other random time when I get a chance. Not that that matters, it's just a small time save if you get it in 3. Alright, 2 more levels and then this run's over. I think I'm looking at a 105, unless I screw this level up. Oh, I forgot, you can't despawn him. You can despawn this guy. There we go. Oh my god, screw you, Cat of Nine Tails. I hate you. Alright, I almost died on the second Cat of Nine Tails. I'm alive, I guess. Oh my god, that is so... that jump's not that tight, but that's not easy. Okay, good, I got the skip. I'm just gonna take my time. Oh, I can't wait. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this. I don't know why I attempted that. I should have taken the safe way. Alright, 105 I think is out now. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe not. I think I can still get a 105. Which I would take for this category. Oh my god, I actually killed both bees this time. It's a miracle. Dude, I got hit there again? Dude, did they patch this? Alright. Actually, this level takes like 3.5 minutes. It might even be a 104. I will say, at least the K. Rool fight in DKC2 is better than the first game. Like, the first game, the music is iconic, but, like... this fight, at least they beefed it up a little bit. DKC3's fight is still the best, though. You actually have to fight in that game. Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts music team they loved the Weather Channel. It would be embarrassing if I wasn't recording, by the way. But I am. I'm good. And the best part is I can just upload this video. I don't have to cut up the recording. Okay. Last phase. Alright, should be a mid 104. Alright. 104.29 for all stages. Okay. Fair enough. I could have had a 102 without those 2 deaths in my run, but that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna... well, hang on, let me cut this recording as soon as this thing stops. I think once the credits start, I'll stop the recording. The oldest videos on your YouTube channel are 16 years old and done on webcam. Amazing.